often imitated but never duplicated. Woo! It is me, the high-flying, limousine-riding, jet plane driving, sandwich-eating OGGM coming to you live from a small island off the coast of Costa Rica, affectionately referred to as Site B. No, that's not where I live. It is May. It is May 23rd, 2023. It is about 8:30 in the morning here at Site B, and it's raining because I live near the beach. Yes, move to the beach. It'll be bright and sunny. No. That's a myth. That's a myth that Los Angeles perpetrates to get people to move here. And then they're like, no, we don't have sun. California, sunlight. What's that? Thank you for your money. Speaking of money, segue, the Kickstarter for Tales from the Valiant Project Black Flag Kobold Press 5th edition went live about an hour ago. It is already met and passed its goal. It is close to 300,000 already. So it's looking like it'll probably be in the Millionaire Club by the end of the day, if not sooner. So congratulations. When this was announced, that we were very excited back in January, but then the excitement level sort of fell. And there's a lot of reasons why it fell. First and foremost is some people claim that Kobold Press led us to believe they were creating one thing when in fact they were creating something completely different. And this comes from the way they made their statement in January about their plans to address the OGL 5th edition nonsense that Wizards of the Coast was creating. They were going to jump on board with the ORC. They were going to make a game that was free of any connections to the OGL while continuing to support the 5e stuff that they've already made. Now, Kobold Press has been making third-party 5th edition product pretty much since day one. They were one of the first, if not the first, back in 2014, 2015. And they're one of the highest regarded creators of third-party 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons content. The Midgard setting and their monster books have always received amazingly high responses. They've won a few rewards. They're generally considered one of, if not the best creator of third-party 5e content. So, of course, they were going to continue to support the 5e content they were already made. And, you know, they had 5e content they were working on when the January bomb exploded. So they're like, yeah, we've got to finish this stuff first before we move forward. But we're going to make a game. Well, a few weeks after announcing that they were going to make a game, we began to see the game. And it was like, wait, no, this is just 5th edition wrapped up in a brand new bow. What's going on? How is this different than normal 5e? And you know, they made some very confusing statements about their SRD versus the rule set. Now they were going to be two separate things, which then like, well, why do I need to buy your rule set if you're already making an SRD? And then their relationship with Paizo and the ORC is very confusing. And then they just blatantly pretty much said, nope, we're making 5th edition. Pretty much this is a Dungeons & Dragons retro clone with a few name changes and a couple rules rewritten, but no real scrubbing. So that brings us to today. We have been speculating and percolating and wondering what they were going to do because based upon the 3 Kickstarters we've seen, playtests we've seen so far, it leaves us, you know, well, if I already have 5th edition, why do I need your game? Knowing that Wizards of the Coast isn't going to support 5e after next year, but there's plenty of other third-party 5e product, and you're making third-party 5e product, so I know I will still be able to get third-party 5e product, even if Wizards of the Coast doesn't make any more. So what is your rule system going to offer me if I already have 5th edition, or the lesser-known but powerhouse that is Level Up 5e from EN Publishing, who makes new content pretty much every week? I mean, if I was going to jump on the I need a 5e retro clone, it'd be them. So what are you offering me in your 5e retro clone that I don't already have? Because so far, your 3 playtests pretty much look like 5e. So let's take a look now that everything's official. The other question, of course, is you've only done 3 playtests. How are you done? Which they responded, well, we're going to be continuing the playtest through the Kickstarter. What does that mean? Let's take a look. So here's the Kickstarter page. We've got the Tales from the Valiant launching Black Flag Role-Playing. Already hit the 200,000 mark. Has over 1,670 supporters, 31 days to go. Definitely going to hit the $1 Million Club. So we've got a Lich riding a red dragon. Tales of the Valiant, which still sounds like a comic book. Be Valiant. The new Tales from the Valiant RPG keeps the 5th edition community independent and tabletop moving forward. Use it to tell your own tales of 5e adventure. How are you different? Okay, Tales from the Valiant keeps all the best 5e D&D and adds a Kobold Press spin to the well-loved game. It combines the Creative Commons foundation of 5th edition with new elements to create a powerful Kobold-style 5e with teeth. So you're going to be building your game under the Dungeons & Dragons 5e Creative Commons, it sounds like? Nah, new options. Of course, TOV. Hey, do you guys want to come to my house and play TOV? Hey, do you guys want to come to my house and play D&D? Hey, do you guys want to come to my house and play Tales of the Valiant? It just doesn't roll off the tongue. Not that Project Black Flag really did, but Tales from the Valiant includes the fighter, wizard, rogue, dwarves, and elves. But much more than that, it provides a wealth of new options and expanded gameplay. Explore the new Mechanist class, i.e. Arcanist, Artifactor. How is your Mechanics class different than the 5e Artifactor? Try out Kobold, Outsider, and Beastkin character lineages. Okay, having a Kobold as a player character, I don't know if you can do that with 5e with Volos or not. Outsider, so Tiefling, and Beastkin, so Ardling. Tales from the Valiant provides hundreds of new options for talents, feats, spells, and monsters. Early access to private playtests. Backers get 2 exclusive playtest packets containing new classes and new creatures not available to the public until later. Okay, so if I back this today, I will get the playtests or I could wait for the playtests to become public. We're getting at least 2 more playtests, so that brings it to 5. Now, so far, your playtests have been pretty bare bones, so you better shove a lot of content into that. And if I'm playtesting it and you're going to the Kickstarter, that means you don't have a lot ready. That doesn't fill me with excitement. Create your own world and share adventures. Tales of Valiant is built on the Creative Commons and open role-playing content license, so the core rules are available for everyone to expand as part of the 5e global community. Keep your investment in 5e edition going strong. That's the only thing you have going for you, is that you are going to continue to create 5e product after Wizards of the Coast stops making 5e product and starts making product for whatever it is they're calling it, Dungeons & Dragons 2024. So we're going to still see more Midgard stuff, and we're going to still see more of your third-party Munster stuff and your adventure stuff. So why do we... Again, you're not offering me, and you can't be both under the 5e SRD and the ORC. They are completely separate. I mean, I guess I get it that you're trying to envelop the best of both worlds, but the ORC was made to offer an alternative to the 5e Creative Commons SRD because, the OGL 1.0 is, I don't know if it even exists anymore. I mean, sure, it does exist. You could use it, I guess. I don't know. That's legal mumbo jumbo that I don't understand. Retain compatibility with 5e tradition. Fine. Okay. Yes. At least now you're being honest. While TOV brings new options, its roots are familiar. Play any 5e adventure with creatures and spells from Tales from the Valiant and keep the best of both worlds on your table. So I could run my favorite 5e adventure going forward. And for people who don't have 5e material, they could use Tales from the Valiant material, which means we now need to know the compatibility between Tales of the Valiant and 5th edition. Is a Tales from the Valiant character built using Tales from the Valiant going to be able to survive if I run a Wizards of the Coast 5th edition adventure? How different are they? For even more insight into the Kobold's plans, visit the Tales of the Valiant website and check out the 64-page Tales of the Valiant preview PDF to see lineages and heritages, 4 classes, 8 subclasses, the spellcasting runes, and 8 monster previews. Okay, let's do that. Tales from the Valiant website. Can you guys see this? No, I have to add it. Hold on. Can't do multiple share screens anymore. I don't know why. Tales from the Valiant. We've got this picture and some explosions and a girl and a symbol. Back the Kickstarter preview packet. Download the TOV preview packet. Ba-dam! I'm downloading it. Feedback forms. There's no link. Design diaries. Gelatinous cube. Dragon. Rust Monster? Not even trying to make new monsters. It might have a different name, but that's a gelatinous cube, and that's a Rust Monster. Feedback forms. Nope. Download playtest packet 1. I already have it. Download playtest packet 2. I already have it. Download playtest packet 3. I already have it. Download TOV preview packet. We downloaded it. What else are you offering me? A schedule. So, yep. You can get the public packet a month after, well, not even a month, days after you get the Kickstart packet. So if you Kickstart it today, you get the playtest, the brand new playtest. If you don't want to Kickstart it, you just wait a couple days and it'll be available for free. Who do you think is going to wait for it to be free? Me. Because I'm not going to back it until I see what you have to offer. All right. Let's go back to the first one. And preview PDF. We just downloaded that. Pledge levels. No one cares. Pledge more money, get more stuff. Standard. Here's the table of contents. Basic rules primer. Elements of a character sheet. Step-to-step character creation, leveling up. Elements of a class. Clash options. Barbarian, Bard, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Mechanist / Artifactor, Monk, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock, Wizard. Exactly the same. No differences. Lineages and heritages, because, they're not races anymore or species. They're lineages and heritages. Fine, I'm fine with that. Elements of a lineage options. Elements of a heritage options. So backgrounds and talents. So we've got lineage, heritage, background. So 3 different ways to mix and match your character to get more stuff. So continue to embracing the min-maxing, build your own gelatinous glob character build that 5e is trying to introduce. Background elements, talents, magic talents, equipment and magic items, blah, 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 magic items. You shouldn't even include rules of how to buy magic items. You should include rules of how to make them. Chapter 6, playing the game. Chapter 7, spellcasting. What is in a spell? Elements of a spell. Spell circles lists, which I guess is their take on rituals or cooperative spells. That's cool. Chapter 8, running the game. Appendix, conditions. Appendix, gods and patrons. Appendix, creature statistics. Index, and a character sheet you can photocopy. That is basically the first book. The second book, the Monsters Guide, will have Monsters and DM's Guide stuff, magic items, random tables, stuff we've seen before. Here's the Monster Vault contents. Chapter 1, using monsters. Monsters can have roles and tactics. Understanding the blocks. Understanding creature types. Aberration, beasts, celestial constructs, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, giants, humanoids, monstrosities, oozes, plants, undead, monsters, animals. Appendix B. NPCs. Appendix C. Creature by challenge. Creature by type. Creature by terrain. No random generators for encounters. Rewards. For $60, you get the core books. For $70, you get the core books and PDFs of the core books. For $100, you get the core books, PDFs of the core books, and an extra copy. For $80, you get the weird-looking alternate cover. For $80, you get another weird alternate-looking cover. You have choices for weird alternate-looking covers. For $170, you get the normal covers and the weird alternate covers. For $700, you get a whole bunch of crap. And there's going to be digital rewards as well, PDFs, more PDFs, variations on the PDFs, virtual tabletop stuff. If you're a retailer, you can buy the retailer kit. There'll be add-ons from adventure, other things. So if you want to spend extra money, you can get adventures, monster books, third-party content for the third-party content, dice, pins, virtual tabletop downloads, copies of the special edition, super special edition, playtests. All right, so for $50, I can get the PDF of everything that exists right now, and they will send me the two new playtest Kickstarters. And then I will receive my paid tests sometime in a year from now. A year from now. So I'll receive my PDFs a year from now. Why will it be a year from now? Because they're still playtesting it. And that's $50. $50 will get me a PDF, and 2 Kickstart playtest packets, plus the updates as they are made available. And I have to wait a year to get the PDF, which by then I will have had all the playtest packets, which means I won't need the PDF because I already have it. And I'm not going to pay for it if I can just wait a couple days, get the playtest for free, playtest it, see what I like, see what I don't like, see how different it is, see what you can do, Tales from the Valiant, to get me or any of you out there to spend your money on this if I already have 5th edition. So right now, the only thing you have going for you, and I'm going to be blatantly honest, I'm sorry, and I was cautiously optimistic about this just because of Project Black Flag. We know I love pirates. We know I love Dinosaur Pirate Island. So the fact they were calling it Project Black Flag, I was like, yeah, fight the power, damn the man, be the pirates of role-playing, take 5th edition into a new direction, push the engine as far as it can go, one way or the other. But if you're just going to stay the course and just be a retro clone of 5e, what are you offering me that I don't already have? The only thing you're offering right now is if somebody a year from now, late 2024, early 2025, who had never played before, came to the table and said, I want to learn how to play, but I can't get the 5th edition books anymore because Wizards of the Coast stopped making them. And for some reason, I'm in the one game store on the planet where everything is sold out. What do I do? How do I get the rules if they're not available anymore? I don't want to get the new thing because nobody else at my table is using the new thing. I want to get the old thing because that's what everybody at my table is using. And then Kobold Press could say, well, here's this. At which point I would say, well, how is this different than the one that's already been out forever? How is this a level up 5e? In which Kobold Press would go, Midgard? Okay, so this is the Midgard role-playing game. It's a system unique to Midgard. Nope, it's 5e. We're not even pretending anymore. We're just basically making the second 5e retro clone. Okay, so if I want to continue playing 5e as it's written, your game is the best on the market. That's basically what you've got going for you. If you continue to make third-party 5e product that supports this, that's all you've got going for you, is that 2 years from now, on the off chance that somebody cannot find a physical copy of the 5e stuff because they're the one game store where all the 5e is sold out, which, let's face it, ain't happening anytime soon. But it could happen. There could be a run at 5e in the beginning of 2024 when Wizards of the Coast says, yeah, we're not doing it anymore. then people could be like, oh, I've got to get it. Where can I go? I could go to North Coast Roleplaying in Eureka, California. And here's this stack of 5e product that's been sitting on the shelves for 8 years. And then once that beginning of 2024 rush happens, then a year from now in 2025, when that kid comes to the table and goes, I want to learn, we can go, okay, buy this Kobold Press stuff. Because it's the only way that the only thing that's keeping the 5e rules as they are written as of, well, not today because they're changing them, but as of they were written a year ago. So if you want 2022, early 2023, 5th edition, Kobold Press, Tales from the Valiant is what's going to be continuing the rule set alive, as well as third-party product. Now, I assume other companies are going to continue to make 2022, 2020, early 2023, 5th edition product, as well as, product for the other companies. And I assume Level Up 5e is still going to be chugging out stuff because they've got like a new thing every week. So God love them for at least being consistent. So what can I say about 5e, Level Up 5e, Tales from the Valiant, Project Black Flag, 5th E Retro Clone? What are you offering me that's worth my $50? And right now, I'm going to honestly say, Bubkiss. You're not offering me anything right now that I don't already have. The only thing you're going to offer me is the playtest, which I could wait a week till they go free. If I have to wait an entire year for your product to be available, I'll have more than enough copies of the playtest that I won't need to buy your product. So unless, God forbid, the scenario where we find a table where people are still playing 5e as written as of 2022, and there's that one kid who wants to get a copy of the 2022 5th edition rules, and they're not available anywhere, then I guess that would be the one scenario where I would say, as of today, buy this. Because the challenge in front of you, Kobold Press, was to push 5th edition in one of, a new direction. Don't just give us the same, because we already have that, and EN Publishing has been doing it, and 7D20C is doing it, and there's probably another one out there that's doing that. We're going to probably see a plethora of 5e retro clones while the Creative Commons allows us to, until Wizards of the Coast says, oh, oops. So, yeah, I'm not going to worry about anything related to D&D anymore. I will continue with GURPS. At least I can play what I want with it. Hey, I'm just reporting the news here, kids. I'm not trying to make you buy something or not buying something. If anything, you can tell, in my humble opinion, right now, sorry, Kobold, you're not offering me anything that I don't already have, and you're not offering me anything I need. Even if I was playing and running 5th edition, which I'm not, but if I was, I'm just look at you and go, I've already got that. Why do I need to give you $50 for something that's not even finished? Maybe, 6 months from now, when you play tested it and taken it in new exciting directions, but right now you're literally a 5e clone. Literally a 5e clone. But what do I know? I'm an idiot, right? Make up your own mind. If this sounds like something you want to support it. Jump on it. Be one of the first. You'll get a sticker or something. The Kickstarter went live about an hour ago. It's already broken the 200,000, looking to break the 300,000 mark even as we speak. It'll hit the million mark by tonight, I'm sure. So if you want to be one of the first to be our Valiant Black Flaggers, that sounds so wrong. Support the Kickstarter now. You'll get the play test 2 weeks before everybody else who can get it for free, like me. And you'll be able to let us know what you think about it as it progresses. And in a year from now, you'll get it. Yeah. Make up your own mind. Don't listen to me. I don't see, but whatever. Who cares what I think? You are an independent thinking individual. So yeah. Till next time, I'm the OG Jim. If you appreciate this nonsense, let me know. If you don't appreciate this nonsense, let me know. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 2,000 subs by the end of 2023. And remember, buy my merch. I've got 14 new episodes of Minions on a Mission over at Big Geek Emporium. If you haven't picked those up yet, they're only going to be available for a limited time before they vanish behind my Patreon wall. And more importantly, Wretched Vigilantes is out, which I wrote about 80% of. So yeah, pick that up. Make me some money. Till next time, drive careful, it's raining.